I think part of our major responsibility as CFP certified financial planners is to be a voice of rational optimism, because and be able to support it with evidence and with conviction as it relates to financial planning and advising folks.
And what I do is I go out and I look for really cheap companies, and then I don't do anything. And then I find out why they're cheap. What's the reason they're cheap? And I don't do anything. And then I go back, and this is the hardest part, making sure I know every single reason this is cheap. And I still don't do anything. And I wait, and I wait. And when the reasons the company is cheap start to go away, I start to buy, because if the reasons go away, the cheapness should soon follow it.
What that means is, if in the first 3 years that I retire, the market goes to hell in a handbasket, it's a lot worse than if those 3 years were on the back end of your retirement. So that sequence of returns, our job is to help you minimize that risk. So it's important that you have a guaranteed income component as part of that.
That we can touch and feel. Then we start to either identify risks more explicitly and act, hopefully making informed decisions relative to those risks, or we identify that the risk is dissipated, and we make informed decisions relative to that as well.
If you missed the best 10 days out of those 5,000 plus days, your return wasn't 9.8, it was about 6.8. It just shows you and they have stats that go further than that. It just shows you the import of being involved in that investment for 10 out of 5,000 plus days.
So that's great for consumption because those U.S. blue-collar workers are going to get jobs back. But the reality is that those higher wages are going to get passed through into higher prices for goods and services. And how will that actually influence the economy? We think that ultimately is going to be what we call inflationary, or you're going to see a rise in prices.
And how you and I respond in these environments, these crises, is very critical to our success, as a long-term success, even short-term success in the financial arena.
And if I hadn't taken the time to play along the way, and I hadn't taken the time to book these gigs outside of my comfort zone, I would wake up at 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever is the next, hurdle in front of you. And I probably would have wished that I did.
Disrupted businesses that are being disrupted or have been disrupted, mostly by accelerating technology.